G'day guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm not usually where I am when I film videos. I'm actually out here near the border of Victoria here in Mount Gambier, about a 30-minute drive from Victoria. I actually filmed a couple of videos in Victoria earlier this year, one about birds and one about possums in the Dandenong Ranges outside Melbourne. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about Mount Gambier. Made a big 5-hour drive here yesterday, and as you can see, got the tent here. So we slept in that last night, and I'm sleeping in it again tonight. And yeah, so I'm just at the campsite here right now, and behind the campsite actually have some cows, someone's cows. So you see there, right on the hill up there. I'd assume these are just dairy, I think. So yeah, so that's obviously where the milk comes from, the cheese, the yogurt. I actually explained this in another video where I was at the Royal Adelaide show a couple months ago. So they're right on the hill up there. They were down here this morning. I'm assuming the farmers shifting around and stuff, but anyway, down here have another animal. It can show you. It's another animal I filmed in that Adelaide show video. It's one from South America, very fluffy, very comical, very funny. Of course, the alpaca now. A lot of people get mixed up between alpacas and llamas. Now there's a very big difference here. They look very, very similar, but I'm going to explain it to you now. So a llama is way more aggressive, and it will do anything. If you're in its territory, it'll do anything to get you out of its territory. So it'll kick, bite, headbutt, charge at you, it'll do anything. These guys, however, pretty chill. So here he is on the hill. Look at the camera. And there's another one over here. Doing a bit of a lie down. So he's still up. You can see, and he's not bothered. So yeah, quite a cute, funny animal. And these guys at the campsite very lucky to have him here. Yeah, he's got his whole pen to run around in. If you have a look over here, got all of that to themselves. And this one's having a look. There we go. Loads of sheep down there. If you can see, open the window, they come right for us. That's just something you don't see every day, is it? See out there, I don't know if you can see, but I've never seen that before. It's crazy. Oh, they're going off now. Tractor's going in. Utter mayhem. Anyway. G'day guys, so we've just found one of the most amazing animals we can find here in Australia, out here in Mount Gambier. I've seen these a lot where I lived in the Adelaide Hills. Of course, the echidna, one of the two monotremes on our planet, along with the platypus. Oh, the seagull right above us as well, if you want to have a look at him. But yeah, so he's right over here. You can see him, he's on the move. I just love the way these creatures move. They're so fascinating. Just waddles along. There's not quite like no movement, other movement in the animal kingdom. And you can see he's doing that, he's pushing up against the bush because he thinks we're a threat. We're not a threat at all. But it'd be fine if something tried to eat him, because obviously he's got them spikes. Anything that comes near him, it will just get blattered by those spikes. And it's quite an amazing animal. He does seem a bit stressed, so I'm just going to give him a bit of space. It's very important you don't touch them, because if you do touch him, it's not going to end well for you. You're going to learn it the hard way. So yeah, very unexpected fun. I came down here hoping to see some sea life and stuff on the coastal bit of Mount Gambier. But yeah, it was very unexpected. We just pulled up and he was right by that rock there behind us. And it's very unexpected, but yeah, I didn't even know these guys lived out here. I wasn't even sure. But yeah, it's amazing find, and just goes to show how amazing wildlife can be when you give it the chance and you see it. It's how unexpected and amazing it can be. Anyway, if it's time to hit the road again, give this guy some space. He seems to be up in there. I'm just going to leave him to it. Anyway, see what else we can find. Let's go on. G'day guys, so I'm actually on top of Mount Schank, Australia's most recent volcano, active volcano. If you look down there, just ginormous, look at that. It's a massive crater. And it's funny to think that only 4,500 years ago, this could have been exploding with lava. And that down there, we've gone to the center of the earth. Absolutely incredible. And it's bigger than it looks as well, because a while ago we actually saw some people going on a path down there, and it just looked like tiny little stick figures. So it's way bigger than it looks. Yeah. Now the wildlife around here is great, but it would have been once upon a time when the Aboriginals lived here that it would have been even better, because of the volcanic soil means the plants and would grow better. It means that animals would have better food and just be exploding with life. But still, look at that. I mean, that's just immense. Yeah, this is probably the volcano and sinkhole capital of Australia, I'd say. And yeah, see what else we can find. Australia is known for its odd and peculiar wildlife, but there was a time 45,000 years ago where it was even more odd and peculiar. So where they had animals like this, the thylocaleo. It's actually a marsupial lion, not related to lions at all, but it was a carnivorous marsupial. So what it did is it actually was an ambush predator. So what it is, it hid up in the trees, waited for a big kangaroo to come along, bite on some branches, and just jump out of the trees and grab it and kill it, and that's its dinner. And they would have been very clever because, unlike most animals, they actually have a thumb. And I can tell he would have been very good at thumb war, probably beat anyone. But yeah, so he would have been a very clever animal. The closest living relative to the thylocaleo nowadays is the koala, who also has a thumb. It can climb up trees, and as you know, koala very maneuverable up and down in the trees, even though it doesn't move much. So yeah, we're going to go into the caves here at the Narracourt Caves with even more fossils of these. This is just a replica of one, but we're going to go into the caves, see what amazing wildlife they have, and then we're going to come back here later tonight and see the bats fly out. So I'm going to film some bats, going to film some lovely stuff here. So without further ado, let's do that. Thylocaleo weren't very fast creatures. This is why they are ambush predators that hunted in trees so they wouldn't have to chase after their prey. No megafauna was safe from the thylocaleo in the late Pleistocene era, as it lived in every state of Australia. The marsupial lion is clearly one of the greatest predators Australia has ever seen. These guys were capable of hunting down wombats the size of a car. Thylocaleo went extinct around 43,000 years ago. Another amazing animal they had in the age of the megafaunas was this, the wanambi. It's a big, very big snake, probably bigger than any of the snakes we have today, maybe even bigger than the anacondas in South America. And it was a massive snake, and wanambi is an actually Aboriginal word for rainbow serpent, and the Aboriginals believe that a big snake like this slithered all around the country and created all the rivers and waterways we have here in Australia. So it's quite an amazing animal. It's kind of got if you have a look at the scales, we don't know if this is actually what the wanambis would have looked like, but they're sort of a rainbowy colour, so you can see why they would have that name. The biggest snake to ever exist is the titanoboa in South and Central America, and these guys are massive. The biggest snake to ever exist. They're probably maybe even half a kilometre long. They're very, very long, and I'd just be amazed to see a fossil like it. But I'm not going to climb up here too far, but you can see. And he's also snacking on a kangaroo. Just goes to show how amazing wildlife was back in the day. The wanambi wouldn't have been a venomous snake. It would have squeezed the life out of its prey until it suffocated, then swallowing it whole, just like many of the pythons today.
Another animal that existed in the time of the megafauna was this, the procoptadon, standing at 2 meters tall and dwarfing today's red kangaroos. Procoptadon didn't bounce like today's kangaroos. Instead, it would have walked as it was simply too heavy to hop. So then, I promised more on bats, and here they are. These bats are called southern bent-winged bats. These bats are found throughout eastern South Australia and western Victoria. Southern bent-winged bats, also classified as microbats, the smallest bats in the bat family. Now, there may seem like a lot of bats in this cave, but these bats are actually classified as a critically endangered species, and there are only around 45,000 individual bats remaining. The main threats that face them are habitat loss, invasive species, and collisions with wind turbines.
Rightio guys, so I've just made the big 5-hour road trip back from the Limestone Coast in Narracourt, from where we filmed all that stuff in Narracourt Caves, the megafauna and the bats. I've had an amazing time filming this video. I'm very tired now. This is the outro. I am ending the video off right here. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, goodbye. Thank you.